yeah. Right. I'm not, I'm trying to see what the coverage is at. Right. So I got to a point, I was so bad, they just told me to just stand up. I just do what you want to do, Gates.
I saw Wes Welker in his prime and how he was running routes and shit. And like, I was like, man, if I think about that, it's going to kill me emotionally. I got to think about how do I make myself better? Like, so I would always just, every day, I got to do everything this right. I just got to work on this. I got to work the top of my route because I never felt it before, just like you. Walk me through how you transitioned and like that first training camp, that first, whenever you got there, the mini camp. Talk me through that because I couldn't even get into a fucking receiver stance, bro. I watched my rookie mini camps. Right. I watched my rookie mini camp recently, or like a year ago, and I'm sitting here looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame trying to take off on a fucking release. Walk me through how you transition because you didn't even play the goddamn sport.
Yeah, right. What, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same for everybody, man. It's the progression. It's the stages, right? You know, that's stage one for me and you. That don't change. You know, for me, it was even, you know, probably more complicated. You know, the range of which I had to come from because I didn't play college football. Yeah. But I think it served me somewhat of an advantage because I didn't have any, what I would like to consider credit. I didn't have any bad habits. Unlike,
you had a fresh canvas.
Right. So I was learning from a clean slate.
But as a perfect athlete.
Right. But unlike,
it's not like,
you know, unlike people that's like, you know what I'm saying? They come in, they already learn how to run. You know, you learn how to do it. So now you're trying to change what you learned at Kent State. You know, say a guy come from Michigan or Ohio. They changing what they've already learned for 3 or 4 years. And I didn't have to change nothing. I just had to learn it from the first time. So I felt like it was somewhat easier for me. Yeah. Like credit. Better to have no credit than bad credit, right? So it was like, I felt like it was a little easier transition. Now, it wasn't easy. I just felt like it was easier. I couldn't get in the stands. You know what I'm saying?
3-point.
Right. I couldn't understand motion.
You still really
You got to remember,
I'm
here.
Really did.
Right. Yeah. Right. I'm not, I'm trying to see what the coverage is at. Right. So I got to a point, I was so bad, they just told me to just stand up. I just do what you want to do, Gates. Yeah, I would stand up at the end of the line. And I would do whatever because they got to be worried about what I'm doing at this point. Why I'm worried about what they doing. So yeah, it got to that level. But the idea was I just remember watching who I thought. Like when you say watching who I thought.
Who was your guy?
I mean, we had a guy named Eric Parker who played receiver from Tennessee. And he was our starting receiver. And obviously, you know, we had Keenan McCarter who came along. But Eric Parker, to me, initially was a guy who ran routes to the T. Yeah. Dropped his weight. I mean, coming at you full speed, drop his weight. And, 2 or 3 steps, he coming out. He ain't overstepping to come
Efficient.
Out. Like, just everything.
Get up on your toes.
And I'm like, this is why he's starting. Yeah. Simple. This is why he's starting, right? And then as I matured and I got a chance to go to the Pro Bowls and I started watching Marvin Harrison, he was another guy that I would watch in practice and like, this is crazy. To me, this is perfect. To me. Yeah. You know, even though I'm playing tight end, I'm still with the vision of what I think a perfect route runner looks like. And I think that's how I seen it. I wouldn't like watching, and obviously I grew with tight ends in my room, the guys who were before me, but I was learning from them how to be a professional. Yeah. So we had the ultimate professionals for the Chargers. That's the beauty of it. I was learning from guys that was in my space, and I was just like, okay, he's taking notes. He's doing this. He's making sure this is on. Okay, his footwork. Okay, in the run game. How? Okay, get your inside hand inside. Get your foot down. Get them foot in the ground, or you're gonna get through around. They too strong. These are 5 techniques. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was a 4-3 defense. So it wasn't the stand-up line. It was a guy, his hands in the ground. He was 295. They was trying to stop the run back then. You know what I'm saying? So it changed to a 3-4 as we got going. But everybody was playing 4-3 when I got there, and I had an end pretty much every time. Yeah. His hand in the ground. So I remember saying, man, I got to get my feet in the ground. I got to put them in the ground.
Who were the early ends?
Huge. I mean, back in the day, I remember, you know, come on.
I'm going over in my head in your division.
Yeah, we had some.
But like the hand in the
dirt. They were like the big run stoppers, so they wasn't the major playmakers. Yeah. You know, now guys are sacking, and you know what I'm saying? Then the 3-4 came, and then you got the Merrimans, and then the Vons came, and all the other, the Marcus, and all those guys that just come around the edge. So now we're spraying blocking now.
Yeah.
We tree blocking to the backside. We leaving the end. We leaving the sandbagger for the fullback. Before that, it was just those 3 guys was in the box, and it was those 4 down linemen. And I mean, I had him. He was in a 7 or he was in a wide 9, and he was mine. And it was just, dude, I used to be like, yo, why you keep helping this guard? You know what I'm saying? Because he had to. Taco would have to go down. I don't know if you understand the run game.
Yeah,
but yeah. So, I would always have him on my own. It's me against him. But that's why I wouldn't know 235 tight ends back in those days. You had to be 260, 270. I was a legit 255, 260.
And that was like a smaller range at the beginning.
Right. So now these tight ends are
35.
They bulking up to 245.
They're big Fs.
Yeah.
There's no true tight ends.
There's no true tight ends no more.